murder can't make friends. Pray for better days, now it's 300K when my day ends. Do you remember last night, cause I blacked out in an all-white dress with a back out. Said be careful with her heart, cause it's fragile. And thinking about her past make her lash out. See with me, it ain't no worries at all. Any problem, I'll be there in one call. If we locked in, you my dog. Fanny, you hang pictures on my wall. Chilling with the stars like a satellite. AP on my arm and it's shining bright.
Living in the haze, staying in the shade. All I do is sit around and wait for better days. I could use a break. Can I get an amen? All I do is sit around and wait for better days. Sit around, sit around. Better days. I could use a break. All I do is sit around and wait for better days. Better days. All I do is sit around and wait for better days.
Alone in my car, I'm in a parking lot. Darkest spot in my mind, my tongue is dry. Why do I crumble quickly, stumble swiftly? Cursing myself, I burn the furniture. A million times in my head, I'm feeling low. Got nowhere to go, but back up again. You gotta get bruised before you get mad. You gotta fall down before you fight back. Was feeling so weak, but baby I'm strong. Little did I know I'm a champion. I'm a champion. Nobody said it'd be an easy ride. Obstacles in my way, scars never change. Why do I crumble quickly, stumble swiftly? Cursing the world, I burn the songs I wrote. A billion times in my head, I'm feeling low. Got nowhere to go, but back up again. You gotta get bruised before you get mad. You gotta fall down before you fight back. Was feeling so weak, but baby I'm strong. Little did I know I'm a champion. I'm a champion. You gotta get bruised before you get mad. You gotta fall down before you fight back. Was feeling so weak, but baby I'm strong. Little did I know I'm a champion. I'm a champion. I'm a champion.
Silver lining to the story. If you thought that I would turn it one day, y'all don't know me. May my fears rest in peace, cause that's a old me. Got this taste on my tongue, I crave the glory. Gasoline in my veins, be the fuel through my pain. Oh, as we rise from the flames. Heart of a lion, never say never. They say the struggle is real. I say the struggle reveals how you deal with the monster that's inside you. I don't buy into the luck. I put my faith and my trust in my team. Everything that we done been through. Gasoline in my veins, be the fuel through my pain. Oh, as we rise from the flames. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Pound on your chest like there's no tomorrow. Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. It's time to fire on up. It's time to fire on up, yeah. Pound on your chest like there's no tomorrow. Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up.
Cause I'm so close, I can taste it, never stop chasing. No, I'm gonna make it. I've had my doubts, tear them down quick, brick by brick by brick. I got that everyday doubt, that everyday roadblock, building up high, you're trying to take me down. Oh, tear them down brick by brick. I got that everyday moment, I'm feeling lonely. Every day remind myself to keep going. Oh, tear them down brick by brick. Oh, I've got a really good feeling. Oh, man, you know for a reason. Oh, I've got a really good feeling. Cause I'm so close, I can taste it, never stop chasing. No, I'm gonna make it. I've had my doubts, tear them down quick, brick by brick by brick. So close, I can taste it. I've been waiting patient, now I gotta face it. I've had my doubts, tear them down quick, brick by brick by brick by brick. I got that midday stress, that everyday quest.
your pinky rings up to the moon. What y'all trying to do?
24-karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Pop up and showtime. Showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Downtown. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Shut up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Designer mix. Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself.
Known to give the color red the blues.
I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket.
Keep up.
So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket.
Keep up.
Why you mad? Fix your face. See my fault they only jacking.
Keep up.
Players only.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. What y'all trying to do?
24-karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Second verse for the hustlers. Gangsters. Bad and your ugly friends. I cannot preach. I gotta show them how I can get it in. First, take your sip. Do your dip. Spend your money like money ain't shit. Ooh, we too fresh. Got to blame it on Jesus.
Hashtag
Bless. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket.
keep up.
So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket.
Keep up.
Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking.
Keep up.
Players only.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. What y'all trying to do?
24-karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Everywhere I go, they be like,
Oh, so bad.
everywhere I go, they be like,
Oh, so bad.
everywhere I go, they be like,
Oh, so bad.
now, break it down.
24 karat. 24 karat magic.
What's that sound?
24 karat. 24 karat magic.
Come on now.
24 karat. 24 karat magic.
Feel it, just
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. What y'all trying to do?
24-karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. What y'all trying to do?
24-karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out.
Think about it. There must be a higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is a wasted time. Look inside your heart and I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh, oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love I keep thinking of? Bring me higher love.
Welcome to Welte Auditorium. In the event that the building has to be evacuated, please follow the instructions of staff members and exit the building using the nearest exit. 2 exits are provided on the left and right sides of the auditorium, and 3 exits off the main concourse. Once you exit the auditorium, please proceed directly outside and stand away from the building. Thank you.
I've been feeling lonely. I need someone to hold me. Come on, baby, hold me. Yeah, I've been feeling jaded. Don't know how I should play it. Tell me how to play it. Now you've been moving on. Let me know. Can I come along? Since you're gone, oh, it's been so long. On my own, my own, my own, my own. Living in a haze, staying in the shade. All I do is sit around and wait for better days. I could use a break. Can I get an amen? All I do is sit around and wait for better days.
Can I get an amen? Introverted can't make friends. Pray for better days. Now it's 300K when my day ends. Do you remember last night? Cause I blacked out in that all white dress with a back out. Said be careful with her heart cause it's fragile. And thinking about her past make her lash out. See with me it ain't no worries at all. Any problem I'll be there in one call. If we locked in, you my dog. Finna you hang pictures on my wall. Chilling with the stars like a satellite. AP on my arm and it's shining bright.
Living in a haze, staying in the shade. All I do is sit around and wait for better days. I could use a break. Can I get an amen? All I do is sit around and wait for better days. Sit around and wait. Better days. I could use a break. All I do is sit around and wait for better days. Better days. All I do is sit around and wait for better days.
Alone in my car, I'm in a parking lot. Darkest spot in my mind, my tongue is dry. Why do I crumble quickly, stumble swiftly? Cursing myself, I burn the furniture. A million times in my head, I'm feeling low, got nowhere to go, but back up again. You gotta get bruised before you get mad. You gotta fall down before you fight back. Was feeling so weak, but baby I'm strong. Little did I know I'm a champion. I'm a champion. Nobody said it'd be an easy ride. Obstacles in my way, scars never change. Why do I crumble quickly, stumble swiftly? Cursing the world, I burn the songs I wrote. A billion times in my head, I'm feeling low, got nowhere to go, but back up again. You gotta get bruised before you get mad. You gotta fall down before you fight back. Was feeling so weak, but baby I'm strong. Little did I know I'm a champion. I'm a champion.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Central Connecticut State University 2023 Winter Commencement Exercises. My name is Dr. Scott Hazen, Interim Director of the Student Center and Director of Student Activities and Leadership Development. Our ceremony will begin in about 5 minutes with the procession of students, faculty, and the university leadership team. Today's ceremony is a very special occasion for you and your graduates. During the program, each student will come forward to be greeted by the president and their respective deans. Every graduate will be announced. We ask that you please do not leave your seats to take photos. The university has engaged Grad Images as the official photographer and will take photos of each graduate as they receive their diploma from the president and a second photo as they leave the stage. You will receive copies of these photos directly from the company. Immediately following the ceremony, a reception will be held in Alumni Hall. Please join us for refreshments. Finally, I would like to ask everyone to turn off and silence their cell phones for the duration of the ceremony. Once again, welcome, and we will get started shortly.
You gotta get bruised before you get mad. You gotta fall down before you fight back. Was feeling so weak, but baby, I'm strong. Little did I know I'm a champion. I'm a champion. I'm a champion.
Be that silver lining to the story. If you thought that I would turn and run, then y'all don't know me. May my fears rest in peace, cause that's a old me. Got this taste on my tongue, I crave the glory. Gasoline in my veins, be the fuel through my pain. As we rise from the flames. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Pound on your chest like there's no tomorrow. Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. They say the struggle is real. I say the struggle reveals how you deal with the monster that's inside you. I don't buy into the luck. I put my faith and my trust in my team. Everything that we done been through. Gasoline in my veins, be the fuel through my pain. As we rise from the flames. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up.
Good afternoon, and please be seated. I am Dr. Frederick Latour, Associate Professor and Assistant Chair of Mathematical Sciences and President of the Faculty Senate. President Toro, the degree candidates from the School of Education and Professional Studies, the Carol A. Ammon College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, the School of Engineering, Science, and Technology, and the School of Business. Along with their respective faculties, have assembled. I declare these commencement exercises open.
Thank you, Professor Latour. Welcome, welcome everyone. I am proud and excited to be here. I hope you are too. To our honored guests, welcome. And to our faculty, staff, family, and friends, thank you. Thank you for helping make this a very special celebration for our graduates. We now begin with the posting of the colors by members of the Central Police Honor Guard, followed by the national anthem performed by Catherine Henricks. Will everyone please rise? Please be seated. I am now pleased to call upon Dr. Kim Costellas, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, who is presiding over this ceremony. Dr. Costellas served as the senior officer for all academic affairs, faculty, and academic support activities. Provost Costellas.
Thank you, President Toro. I am very pleased to be here with you all today. For those of you who don't know, Central Connecticut State University is the first public institution of higher education in Connecticut. We are very proud of that fact. Established in 1849, we have a rich history. Just think about all the graduates who have come before you. Today, we celebrate 885 graduate and undergraduate students from fall of 2023 and this winter session who will receive their diplomas. 95% of today's graduating students are residents of Connecticut. This class also represents 15 states, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, and the countries of Albania, Argentina, El Salvador, India, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia. We are also very proud to point out that 49% of Central students are first in their family to go to college. On the stage behind me are members of the university's leadership team and several special guests. I'd like to introduce you to those who will not otherwise be named during the ceremony. I ask you to hold your applause until the end of the introductions. Going alphabetically, we begin with Lisa Butcher, Chief Budget and Compliance Officer. Dr. Kelly Bird Danso, Vice President for Student Affairs. Sal Cinturino, Chief Operations Officer. Dr. George Claffey, Chief Information Officer. Jennifer DeStefani, Vice President for Institutional Advancement and Executive Director of the CCSU Foundation. Yvonne Kirby, Associate Vice President for Planning and Institutional Effectiveness. Dr. Beth Merenstein, Associate Vice President for Community Engagement and Experiential Learning. Dr. Jim Mulrooney, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Christina Robinson, Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management. Dr. John Tully, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs and Graduate Studies. Christopher Wedgie, Chief Human Resource Officer, and Dr. Craig Wright, Vice President for Equity and Inclusion. Please join me in welcoming them. Central is part of the Connecticut State Colleges and Universities system. We are governed by the Board of Regents for Higher Education. Today, representing the Board of Regents, we have with us Mr. Ted Yang. Regent Yang has founded numerous companies and nonprofits. During the pandemic, he founded and served as CEO of 4CT, Connecticut's largest COVID-19 relief fund, which has delivered more than $23 million of aid to Connecticut's most needy. Regent Yang received his Bachelor of Science and Master of Engineering degrees from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. At 21 years old, he was featured in media such as the Wall Street Journal, NPR, and Fox Business News. He is presenting formal greetings on behalf of the board. Regent Yang, welcome.
Hello, everybody. As a relatively new regent, I'm honored that my first commencement is right here at Central with all of you. On behalf of my fellow regents, greetings and congratulations to each member of the class of 2023. Now, I know you want to get on to the main event, so I will be brief. I am so impressed to be standing here amongst all of you today, and not just because of your academic achievements, but also because of what each of you overcame to get here. As mentioned, 49% of you are first-generation students. Let that sink in. You are the first people in your families to attend and complete college. My own parents fled China as children after World War II, and they themselves were the first to attend college, and they ultimately immigrated here, where they gave birth to me. So I can understand just a little of what you must be feeling today, and what a huge achievement that is. I am also impressed by the diversity that you represent. Among the students here this fall were students from various cultures and backgrounds, including 326 students with challenges both visible and invisible. Now, some of you are about to be right up here on stage. I am myself the father of 2 special needs children, and I hope that one day my children can stand here amongst you. The world's best is truly here at Central. Congratulations, graduates. The Board of Regents is immensely proud of your accomplishments, and I know that you are and should be extremely proud of your accomplishments. But you are all just getting started. Today is for celebrating, but starting tomorrow, I look forward to witnessing the positive impact that all of you will make here, whether in the state of Connecticut or beyond. Thank you all.
Thank you, Regent Yang. We appreciate all that you do for our students and your favorite university, too. While this is quite a memorable ceremony for our graduates, you might not just realize how significant this day is to our faculty and staff. As dedicated educators, they have vested personal interest in your academic and career success. At this time, I ask the faculty and staff to rise to be recognized for their work on behalf of their students. Graduates and guests, please join me in giving our faculty a much-deserved round of applause. Faculty, staff. Thank you all. From the first day President Zumatoro arrived on campus, one of her top goals was to help Central become a student-centered institution that instills in its graduates a passion for lifelong learning, a university that prepares graduates for careers they are seeking now and for the likelihood that over time their jobs and their careers will change, which is why we are central to you. She refers to the university community as the Central family. Taking inspiration from Central's tradition of inclusion, community outreach, and strong student support from faculty and staff. As the university's 13th president, Dr. Toro is the first female and the first Hispanic president. She knows from her own experience that education is the most effective vehicle for social mobility. Please help me welcome President Toro back to the lectern.
Thank you, Provost. Class of 2023, please rise and take a moment to recognize the individuals who helped you get to this day. Your family, friends, and fellow Central Blue Devils, please rise and show them your appreciation with a round of applause. Please, take your seats. Each one of you will walk out of this auditorium today with a degree that will open doors to countless opportunities. Before you take the first step on your journey, please remember there are values that the Central family hold dear, and I hope that they will stay with you as the years go by. One of those values is to be a compassionate, respectful human being. In a world where light and darkness and chaos and civility are often out of balance, I wish for you to choose the bright path. We, as human beings, can have disagreements. We can have our own ideas. But at the end of the day, it is very important that we learn how to live and exist together as a community within our nation and our world. As critical thinkers, how can you contribute to the national conversation surrounding civility without attacking people who may not agree with you? How can you make the best out of our life together? How can you, as the change makers of your generation, make sure that respect for others and the curtailing of your own immediate self-interest take precedence? I would like to share with you some examples to illustrate my point. A decade ago, a young Pakistani girl spoke out publicly on behalf of girls and the right to an education. This made her a target, and in October 2012, on her way home from school, a masked gunman boarded her school bus and asked, "Who is Malala?" The man shot her, but remarkably, she lived. Later, Malala said that was when she knew she had a choice. I could live a quiet life, or I could make the most of this new life I had been given. I determined to continue my fight until every girl could go to school, she said. She established a charity dedicated to giving every girl an opportunity to achieve a future she chooses. In recognition for that work, she received the Nobel Peace Prize and became the youngest ever Nobel laureate. Justice Sandra O'Connor, who recently passed away at the age of 93, had to decide some of the most polarizing issues of our time. Laws regarding affirmative action, abortion, voting rights, religion, federalism, sex discrimination, and more. But she was willing to rethink preconceptions and base her arguments in the law. Not only was that her job, but she practiced civility in writing her opinions. In case after case, the first woman to ever serve on the U.S. Supreme Court demonstrated that in the interest of the greater good, she could encourage civility. O'Connor learned the value of the middle ground based on her previous experiences as an elected official. She often hosted both Republican and Democratic leaders at her dinner table for a home-cooked meal to encourage civility in legislative debates. These icons choose to take a stand despite challenging paths put before them, but they did peacefully. They thought about the impact of their actions. As President John F. Kennedy said, and I quote, "So let us begin anew, remembering on both sides that civility is not a sign of weakness," end of quote. In these divided times, you are now empowered with skills you learned at Central. Conduct yourself accordingly and make us proud as today's honored guest and keynote speaker has done. A pioneer in the field of ophthalmology, Dr. Richard Fishman stands as one of the country's leading refractive surgeons. To date, he has performed more than 12,000 refractive surgeries. His patients have included sport broadcasters, athletes, radio personalities, and entertainers. Dr. Fishman, our distinguished alumni, has literally changed the way people see the world. His innovative way of tackling a problem led to a unique procedure only he can claim the rights to. He invented a revolutionary technique called quick sight to remove cataracts. He lifted his patient's burden by critically thinking about how he could make this type of surgery less invasive. Dr. Fishman has always felt that the best dreams are the ones we have when we are awake. He believed we all are valuable, and together we must work toward a kinder and more inspiring society. It's a notion instilled in him by his great-grandparents, whom he never met. But he is inspired that they made the incredibly difficult decision to allow their 16-year-old daughter to travel to this country, never to see them again, so that she could breathe the air of freedom. That young girl was his grandmother. She taught him to care about others. He grew up in Hartford in the Upper Albany neighborhood. His parents were penniless, but told him to work hard. In 1974, Dr. Fishman pursued some science classes at Townsend Community College and ultimately earned a BA degree in history with a theater minor from Central Connecticut State University. Then he entered Chicago Medical School, receiving his doctorate in 1979. Over the year, Dr. Fishman's advocate on behalf of Central has been nothing short of admirable. Whether it's lending his time to speak at commencement or sitting with students and staff to impart his wisdom regarding owning a business and marketing and innovation. His blue devil pride runs deep. He cares deeply for his community and is an advocate of equity in health care. Therefore, in recognition of your significant professional accomplishment, your invaluable contributions to the people of Connecticut, and your passion for supporting health innovation and access, Central Connecticut State University is privileged to present you with the degree of Doctor Human Letters honoris causa. Regent Yan, please join us at the podium to confer this honorary doctorate degree. Dr. Fishman, could you please join the provost at the hooding platform?
By virtue of the authority vested in me, the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education concurring, I confer upon you the degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, and invest you with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. In token thereof, I hand to you the diploma and direct that you be vested with a hood appropriate to your degree. Congratulations, Dr. Fisher.
Please help me welcome Dr. Richard Fishman, Central Class of 1979.
Well, that was very kind. Thank you, President. I'm honored to be here. I'm impressed. Everyone's always told me I'm a devil, but I try and tell them I'm a blue devil, and I think that makes a great deal of difference. First thing I'd like to do this afternoon is to congratulate all of our graduates for their hard work, devotion, and tenacity. I know it's not easy. I know there were some stumbles along the way, but you made it. Congratulations. Can we have a round of applause for our graduates? You did it. Well, I'm thrilled to be here today because it was almost 50 years ago that I was where you are today. And having this opportunity to return to my alma mater and address you, it's honestly a dream come true. I've been so impressed just on visiting today and the other visits that I've had here with the kindness and dedication here. I would have never been where I am in life without everything that happened right here at this institution. I remember very real times where the registrar was running around trying to find classes that would fit into my busy schedule of work, professors that really believed in me and tried to push me into the directions where I was best suited. I'll never forget those things. I wouldn't be here without Central, this great institution, and thanks the state of Connecticut for all the opportunities I've been blessed with. I will always, always be in your debt. Well, my story begins in 1883 when a baby girl was born in the city of Rostov-on-Don in Imperial Russia. Because of religious persecution, her early life was untenable, and she grew up fearful. Her parents had an amazing decision. They placed her on a steamship bound for this country when she was only 16 years old. You know, back in those days, there were no telephones, there was no automobiles, no paved roads, no indoor plumbing, no airplanes. They didn't even have TikTok back then, if you can believe that. I know, that's a little rough. So she never again saw her parents, her friends, her town, and they never saw her, they never spoke. And she arrived finally here because her family was so desperate. She arrived in America. I always thought that the name should be a miracle. You see, the ethos of this country is it doesn't matter where you came from. It matters where you want to go and how hard you're willing to work at it. It doesn't matter what you are, it matters who you are. Well, eventually she got married, she raised 5 girls. They lived in poverty all their lives, but she was always grateful to breathe the air of freedom, to watch her daughters grow and thrive, free from the horrors that she had known in her childhood in her homeland. All of her grandchildren actually graduated college, much as you're doing today. In fact, all of her grandchildren attended graduate school, and I'm the youngest. Yes, I still consider that a miracle. Well, I now have grandchildren, and they will be my age in 2083. And some days I wonder, what is it that I can impart to them that I learned from a woman that was born literally 2 centuries before their grandparents? I feel as though this hand is stretched out to 1883, this hand stretched out to 2083, and I'm at the fulcrum in the middle, and in the middle of that is my heart. What can I teach them? I can teach them everything that counts. I can teach them about kindness and compassion. My grandmother was constantly telling me to help others, people in need, yet she was impoverished. And those are the lessons that have guided my life. Well, I went on not only to get my degree here, but also to work towards a graduate degree, encouraged by my professors. I was going to be a speech pathologist, but eventually I decided on a different path, and I didn't know what to do. I'd been to undergraduate, I've been to graduate school, here I was, but I just didn't know what to do with my life. So I decided to go to Mount Snow, a place that I really love, and spend a weekend developing what I call a Ben Franklin balance sheet, which is I take a sheet of paper, put a line in the middle, on one side put down my likes, on the other side my dislikes, one side my strengths, the other side my weaknesses, one side my wants, the other side my needs. So I spent that entire weekend studying. I'd studied all my life. I studied in grammar school, I studied in high school, I studied in college, I studied in graduate school. My goodness, I studied so much, but the one thing that I'd never studied was myself. And so I wanted to see, what are my strengths? What do I want to do? What do I like? What do I dislike? Am I an introvert? Am I an extrovert? So I ended that weekend learning that there were 2 things that I needed to have for the rest of my life. And one was to really use my mind all the time, not to get into something where I just did it by rote, but to think things out all the time. And the other is I wanted to be in a position where I could help people. So at the end of that weekend, after all that studying of myself, I decided to become a physician. So my advice to you today is to spend some time studying. You've spent a lot of time studying, and we're all very proud of you, but spend some time studying yourself and choose what will give you joy. Do you crave responsibility? Would you rather have others assume that? Do you want to have a lot of free time? Do you need to make a lot of money? Or are you at peace with the basics? I could go on and on, but hopefully you get the idea. Choose what makes you happy, which could be very different from the person sitting next to you, from your friends, from folks you've worked with, even what your parents think. You be you, because you know what? In the entire history of civilization, there never has been, is not now, and never will be anyone that's identical to you. You're unique. You have your talents, you have your wants, you have your likes, you have your dislikes. You be you. Establish your own path. Well, my grandmother that I talked about lived in the north end of Hartford, and that's where 4 generations of my family lived. I was the youngest, and we eventually moved. When I was 14, my mom and I were driving through the old neighborhood, and things had changed. Some of the buildings had fallen on hard times, and she kind of murmured and shook her head and said, someone should do something about this. Well, don't you hear that all the time? Someone should do something about that. Hey, did you see that over there? Why doesn't somebody do something about that? How come that exists? Why doesn't somebody do something about that? It took me 35 years, and I finally had an epiphany. I had, at that point, my medical practice. I had a wonderful family. And I had an epiphany, as I said. I was sitting there one day, and I said to myself, hey, I'm someone. Maybe I should do something. So I decided to go back to my old neighborhood and see if I could move the needle. Together with my son, we bought a building, demolished it, created a new state-of-the-art eye center, added a dental practice. I joined 7 committees trying to move the needle. restore some luster to my neighborhood. I'm not sure how much I did, but I met some wonderful people, and I felt really good about trying to help the place that my grandmother had landed. Moving on, there are 3 levels of employment: a job, a career, and a calling. Many of you have had jobs, and that's good. You know, you have to be on time, you have to dress appropriately, you have to take responsibility, you have to get your tasks accomplished. But you've worked so hard here, and we are so proud of you, and I'm sure your families are proud of you, and I hope that you're proud of yourself. At least have a career in life. Find a career, find something you're interested in. And a calling, well, I kind of believe that just before we're born, our Creator sprinkles a little fairy dust in us, and it's different for everybody, and it's our job to find out what that is. And when we do find out what that is, and we're doing something that supports that, that's a calling. There are 3 words in life that matter to me. One is good, better, and best. We recognize all of you today as being good. You've worked very hard, you've gotten your degrees, you are good. Try and get a little bit better every day. What's a little bit? Well, if you got 1% better every day, in 3.5 months you'd be twice as good as you are now. That's unrealistic. That's not going to happen. Just have the impulse to improve the slightest bit every day, and that will serve as your daily inspiration. Sometimes in life, it's actually the journey that is more important than arriving at the destination. And getting better every day, even though it's infinitesimally small, that's your journey, and that can be very joyful. And the best, I'm not the best eye surgeon. There is not the best teacher. There's not the best accountant. No, I'm talking about being your best. Your best is different than their best. Strive to be your best at whatever is important. Here's a spoiler alert. Eventually, sometimes you're going to fail. If you meet somebody that's never failed, you're meeting someone that's dishonest. Just because you fail does not mean that you are a failure. In fact, to me, failing is the gateway that opens up the pathway to success. The 3 most important words in my life are love, passion, and value. Love is hard to define, but it's truly, truly the treasure in our lives. Take a moment to think about that. The people that you love, the things that you love, aren't those the most important things in your life? Sometimes we get so busy, frustrated, we can forget about love, but love never leaves us. Find it and cherish it. And passion is something that's central to all our endeavors. You can be passionate about a garden, painting a wall, certainly your family, your career. Without passion, there's no spark in life. Of course, I'm passionate about my patients, my surgeries, my career, but I'm also passionate about my garden and a lot of things that some people might think are trivial, but that's what gives me joy in life. And value. Make sure that you tell those around you that you value their contributions. Oftentimes, folks will give it their all, but they never hear anything about it, and that's demoralizing. Make sure you let everyone know that they are valued. There shouldn't be any less thans or justas in your circle. What do I mean by a justa? Well, I invented that word. I used to do my interviews on weekends. One weekend morning, a Saturday morning, I believe, a young woman sat in front of me and she said, "I'm just a front desk person." And I turned to her and I said, "In this organization, there are no justas. If I had to answer the phone, if I had to scan everything, if I had to take insurance information, if I had to go over billing, if I had to do the myriad of things that a front desk person does, I wouldn't be good at it. If I had to sterilize instruments, if I had to bill insurance companies, if I had to make schedules, I wouldn't be good at it. I need a team of people around me, and I need those people to be top-notch. You are not a justa. There are no justas. Everyone is important. All right, well, it's Jeopardy time now. What's the most important letter in the alphabet? I'll give you a hint. It's between X and Z. Why? Always ask why. Don't accept things for what they are. Make things better. Be a disruptor. Not in a bad way, in a good way. Think things out. You know, sometimes my staff, I would say, "Why are we doing it that way?" And they'd say, "Well, that's the way we always did it." And I would say to them, "Well, if we always did things the way we always did it, we'd all be living in caves." Things change over time. You be a change agent. It was this philosophy that was important for a discovery that I made that the President alluded to. I know this sounds a little freaky, but the way that for 100 years we performed cataract surgery, a needle was stuck behind the eye, and I know that's difficult for anyone to hear, and you can imagine that's pretty uncomfortable. So we had to administer a lot of IV sedation, and people in that age group with all that IV sedation tended to get kind of sick and morose, and they had to wear a patch afterwards. And the needle also took away your sight for 5 or 6 hours, and then you had to wear a patch. Well, one day I was doing a laser. A beam of light made a tiny hole in the iris. It's the colored part of your eye. It was a glaucoma procedure, but I noted that the patients didn't seem to be uncomfortable, and all that they had was a drop of a topical eye drop, an anesthetic. And it occurred to me, is the eye really as well innervated as I've been taught, as everyone believes, for over 100 years? So I developed a technique over time to do cataract surgery with just eye drops, no more needles. I went around the country trying to convince other doctors. I made presentations, I wrote papers. Eventually it became the way, for the most part, that cataract surgery is performed throughout the world. Well, thank you, and I wouldn't be there. I would have never done it without Central Connecticut, so don't forget that. It's important to me. Anyway, I was able to remove needles, sutures, and patches from cataract surgery, and I eliminated a lot of risk. But the thing that really got me the most was because the needle numbed the optic nerve and patients couldn't see and they were wearing a patch, they didn't know until the next day whether they could see or not. What if they went blind? What if something went wrong? All of my patients, I was the first person in the history of planet Earth to sit a patient up after cataract surgery and have them read the clock. And I've done that almost 50,000 times. And each time it's an inspiration to me. And the patients are so happy because you can imagine they're very, very, very nervous. Vision is a spiritual thing. It's not like having a knee replacement, and everybody's scared to death. And when they get up 15 minutes after they walked in and they can read the clock, it's very happy. There have been times, and it's not hyperbole, where all of us in the operating room have been moved to tears because of that. And it's been used, believe it or not, in the past 32 years on over 200 million surgeries. And it's all because of one letter in the alphabet. Why? Please, if you don't do anything, be curious. So in closing, I would like to ask you to craft your life within two concepts. They should be the goalposts of your life. You know, goalposts in football. The first one is, and this is the most important thing I have to say to you today, you are no better than anyone else. There may be a, thank you. Wow, I got to do this more often. There may be a temptation as you rise higher and higher on the ladder to feel that, oh, I'm better than them, I'm better than him, look at that person, look at that person. Don't do that. Please don't do that. It'll be the biggest mistake that you'll ever make. The only time that you have the privilege to look down on someone is to extend your hand to lift them up, as many people have done for you in your past and will continue to do. And the second goalpost, you're no less than anyone else. Life can be intimidating sometimes, but look at what you've achieved. Yes, you've gotten your degree, and that is incredible, truly incredible. But you've had so many successes throughout life. Dozens and dozens, small successes, larger successes. You've tried things. Sometimes you failed, sometimes you succeeded. So I want you to get comfortable with that person. I see this person all the time in the mirror when I'm shaving. Get comfortable with yourself. Build a portfolio of confidence. Structure your life right between those two goalposts and follow my mom's thoughts. Someone should do something. You're going to get a degree today. That degree says officially you are someone. Now go out there and find something that helps others in society. Be kind, be generous of spirit, and imagine a life where you love what you do during the day and come home and you're surrounded by people that you love. That is pure joy. And I'd like to end my remarks today to tell you a little brief story that happened about a month and a half ago. I was down in Old Lyme, Connecticut by the shore. Go Lyme, yeah. Anyway, oh my God, I forgot what I was going to say. And this gentleman came in. He was very aged. He was shuffling. His head was bowed. And he eventually got next to me. And there was a long line, so we had time to talk. And he was not very communicative. He looked, quite honestly, like he was depressed. But we talked a little bit, and I found out that he was 89 years old. He lived in Middletown. His wife was too infirm to climb the few steps to get into the coffee shop. So we talked for a while, and then I asked him, well, what did you do before you retired? As little as I could. I went, oh, okay. No, really, what did you do? I was a teacher at a community college. Well, I went to a community college. I went to Tunxus Community College. Oh, that's nice. A little time went by. He was opening up a little bit, and I said to him, what did you teach? I taught theater. Oh, that's something. I was a theater minor at Central Connecticut. Well, now he perked up a little bit. Well, what productions were you in? So we went through a litany of productions I was in plays and musicals and things of that nature, and he started to perk up. I helped him decide what he should buy, what sandwich for his wife, and we got our beverages, and we sat there and we talked for a while. And I noticed a couple of things about him after our conversations. He wasn't shuffling anymore. He was walking. His head was not bowed down. He was looking straight ahead. He was smiling, and he had a sparkle in his eye. That was a gift from my grandmother. Congratulations. Be good to yourself. You couldn't do it for a better person. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fitchman. Your central pride shines through. Your experiences and curiosity serve as inspiration to a new generation of Blue Devils. And now, I ask everyone to please rise and join in the singing of the Alma Mater, led by Central's Vocal Ensemble. You'll find the lyrics on page 20 of your program.
Before we present the candidates, I would like to take a moment to honor a very special person, a very special member of the Central family. Jill Gigliotti For 30 years of passionate work behind the microphone of Central's radio station, WFCS 107.7 FM. He not only has entertained listeners for 3 decades, introducing them to the sounds of Frank Sinatra on his show Frank, Gil, and Friends, but has been the long-time voice of Central, volunteering countless hours of time to making sure the graduates hear their names correctly and with distinction on commencement day. Please join me in congratulating Jill on this great achievement.
Congratulations, Gil.
Thank you.
President Toro, it is my honor to present to you the candidates from the School of Education and Professional Studies. I ask Dean Paula Talty to join you in recognizing the degrees. You may be seated.
Now presenting the doctoral degree candidates from the School of Education and Professional Studies. Heather Prokop.
Now presenting the 6th year certificate candidates from the School of Education and Professional Studies. Jennifer Clinton.
Lynn DeVito.
Now presenting the master's degree candidates from the School of Education and Professional Studies. Sydney Alana Feinstein.
Ra Carbajal Valderes.
Lindsay Taylor Humphrey.
Destiny Sanchez.
Kaylin Jessica McMahon.
Stephanie Felicia Falag.
Burke Edward Martindale.
Adriana Fazina Boyce.
Kimberly Beth Budge.
Amber Islam.
Mary Bernadette Kayen.
Gregory Allen Hoffler, Jr.
Sohini Sengupta.
Kristen Corso.
Now presenting the bachelor's degree candidates from the School of Education and Professional Studies. Cameron James Wallace.
Alexandra Gabriela Aguar.
Mia Sarah Lanois.
Sherlock Aristobal.
Gia De Leon Hernandez.
Isabella Marie Galdames.
Joshua Fairbairn Thomas.
Ryan John Harold.
Lilia Catherine Jornella.
Mackenzie Robinson Lawrence.
Lauren Angelina Putnam.
Morgan Watson.
Rebecca Kaylee Gome.
Amanda Marie Fabrizi.
Emily Lynn Karokila.
Genevieve Christina Gruby.
Julianne Lisa Marie Little.
Anastasia Solivella.
Caitlin May Ward.
Rachel Elise Calgagni.
Emma Andrighetti.
Erica Danielle Barbagallo.
Emily Francis Wild.
Madeline Rose Barassa.
Kelly Iskra.
Carly O'Sullivan.
Tora Wanan Farabee.
Taylor Valentine.
Michelle Duong.
Hakeem Elijah Cross.
Megan Elizabeth Kelleher.
Luke Saharic.
Randy R. Reyes.
Julian Victor Naleski.
Destiny Lynn Viscarando.
Alicia Ann Aponte.
Sarah Jane Makowicki.
Michelle Martin Balsavich.
Jillian Bolden.
Jocelyn Marie Rosario Santos.
Rosanna Persis Perez.
Lisa Marie Postal.
Treasure N. Stevenson.
Alicia Irie Herring.
Shawana S. Clark.
Sandra Apriline Johnson.
Congratulations to all our graduate and undergraduate students from the School of Education and Professional Studies. Please join me in a round of applause. President Toro, it is my honor to present to you the candidates from the School of Engineering, Science, and Technology. Dean Steve Minkler, please join the President in recognizing the degrees from the school.
Now presenting the master's degree candidates from the School of Engineering, Science, and Technology, Amanda Deweese.
Lucas William Bozell.
Emily Joan Treza.
Zachary James Dalton.
Rema Sri Setyavrapu.
Lindsay Ann Wargo.
Joseph Chavez Lombardi.
Thais Pereira Del Boni Kim.
Anthony Renzi.
Now presenting the bachelor's degree candidates from the School of Engineering, Science, and Technology. Chris Bailey.
Anthony Gaetano.
Sean Olegario.
Nathan James Schuster.
Sean Steben.
Liban Mohammed Durir.
Jonathan Osinakadimna Ulde.
David Landry.
Joseph Conticello.
Peter Allen Harris.
Amjed M. Saleh.
Sarah Elizabeth Schneider.
Cynthia Michelle Ricci.
Alexis Lauren Mulhall.
Tatiana Kozlowski.
Tamara M. Haynes.
Patrick Sean Sukis.
Cameron Singh Chada.
Stephen Tong.
Fuad Amin.
Rana Naimat Khan Nauru.
Brian Matthew Griswold.
Adam Hagland.
Benjamin Aaron Levine.
Resham V. Gouda.
Ariana Enid Edgar.
Nathan Aaron Benham.
Andrew George Godfrey.
Yusuf Kaffel.
Kevin Perkins.
Emily Jane Swanson.
Mitchell Anthony Camp.
Teresa Maria Maneo.
Gabriela Vittoria Nozalio.
Megan Ray Salafia.
Dalton James Butler.
Evan Michael Lynch.
Aiden James McGinnis.
Ridwan Oro Bode.
Michael B. Arujo.
Ryan Christopher Sherman Mitchell.
Luke Anthony Anderson.
Elvis A. Zia.
Brandon James Velasco.
Ihor Romanyuk.
Deja Zioni Murray.
Giovanni B. Chishbangu.
Jaden Walker.
Patrick Brian Early.
Giovanni Victor Ortiz.
Jack Patrick Burke.
Jared Wayne McKenzie.
Peter Lawrence Girardi III.
Brady Matthew Beausoleil.
Joseph Agostino Tellerico.
Connor Tangney.
Raghuber Bandari.
Andrew W. Krasuski.
Tyler Reese Martin.
Nicholas Mego.
Derlin A. Hernandez.
Lycian Baroli.
Abhishek Joshi.
Nanette Fabian Trucios.
Chanel Chavon Benjamin.
Brianna Ashley Leduc.
Carolina Amelia Kurzabowska.
Tyler Joseph Stout.
Jack G. Chomko.
Michael Alexander Sanser.
Scott Nathan Sears.
Janai Schofield.
Chamorro A. Gordon.
Congratulations to all our graduate and undergraduate students from the School of Engineering, Science, and Technology. President Toro, it is my honor to present to you the candidates from the Carroll A. Ammon College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. I ask Dean Robert Wolf to join you in recognizing the degrees from this college.
Now presenting the master's degree candidates from the Carroll A. Ammon College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Jacob Thomas McCarthy.
James Trogea Stick.
Jason T. Bernard.
Kalen Roberts Furman.
Jenny Tabone Escobedo.
Roberta Verbila.
Genova Evelyn Burgos Pinto.
Kaylee Wygant.
Now presenting the bachelor's degree candidates from the Carol A. Ammon College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Rachel M. Schmartz.
Joshua Lawrence DeGroff.
Chase Austin Taylor.
Tyler James Perez.
Jacqueline Marie Irizarry.
Catherine Ann Ligori.
Angeline Aguirre.
Allison Paige Jordan.
Eric Van Swan Surratt.
Anthony Wynn Jr.
Nicole Daniela Rivera.
Xander Tyler.
Chiron M. Medina Salter.
Jefferson Kusnia.
Cameron James Lavoy.
Deandra Adjorni Davidson.
Austin Joseph Danville.
Devin Vincent Turchetta.
Evan Kowaleski.
Imani Denald.
Phoebe Elise Woyet.
Molly Kneibel.
Rahima Abid.
Anne Sirapong Sabat.
Colby Ann Gray.
Awayo S. Larnayo.
Hannah Rose Losoil.
Connor Henry Valentine.
Salma Lorena Torrero Villa.
Taylor Lynn Yankowski.
Nashali Melendez Santana.
Alba Migdalia Diaz.
Ryan K. Jones.
Brian Alexander Deck II.
Samantha Ryan Powers.
Ryan Matthew Bardelli.
Angela Renee Douglas.
Alyssa Sabella De Grandis.
DeAndre A. Weber.
Nihal Baiju.
Catherine Elizabeth Hayes.
Lawrence James Florio Roberts.
Samantha Taylor Gould.
Julian Bennett Davis.
Ashley Michelle Yokobinis.
Emily Grace Evers.
Tina Sin Chen.
Emily Rose Souza.
Cassidy Faith Knapik.
Carissa Connolly.
Paola Nicole Martinez.
Sheila Williams.
Erica Amia Moore.
Haberdale Smith.
Tedroy Anthony Brooks.
Ashley Marie Lopez.
Corin Lorraine Paskoff.
Juliana Rosario Villafania.
Melanie Quinones.
Nikola Dokmanovich.
Jessica Lynn Kromick.
Joyce Marie Bonilla Moreno.
Jenna Lynn Lackey.
Cooper James Robinson.
Daniel J. Lanois.
Nolan Robert Liska.
Jacqueline Alyssa Cunningham.
Madison Elizabeth Zielinski.
Emily Jean Gould.
Rachel Francis Bro.
Jolise Amaya Reyes.
Olivia Rose Woods.
Daniel Cole Johnson.
Alyssa Sandoval.
Nathaniel David Harris.
Tyler C. Josephi.
Olivia Rosio.
Emily Page Riedel.
Carly Taylor Payton.
Francesca Lorraine Bruzy.
Madino Abdul Ali Hassan.
Kobe J. Blue.
Chibuiha DK.
Emelina May Cook.
Bogdan Dimitrov.
Joshua William Pang.
Dylan Ray Damio.
Danny Contreras Medina.
Alexa Ray Marie Charpentier.
Victoria Vnornovska.
Kate Cecilia Klein.
Jocelyn A. Maya.
Isaiah Brian Lee McNeil.
Caitlin Ashley Stevens.
Christian Sanchez.
Orlando Apollon.
Congratulations to our graduate and undergraduate students from the Carroll A. Ammon College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. Please join me in a round of applause. President Toro, it is my honor to present to you the candidates from the School of Business. Dean Lisa Frank, please join President Toro in recognizing the degrees from the school.
Now presenting the master's degree candidates from the School of Business. Luisa Ceballos.
George Eplex No.
Laura Marie Edwards.
Amanda Gabrielle Dupre.
Kelly Rose Edwards.
Caitlin Marie Leifert.
Uliana Bati Moskovich.
Elias Lux.
Finnegan Carey.
Jad Tanner Dolagala.
Reese George Hilton Clark.
Tu Huynh.
Nancy Gabriella Tripiconi.
Kaylee Lynn Lopez.
Christopher Dean Jones.
Vilma Kolecki.
Ava Yasinska.
Amanda Louise Madrick.
Thomas Edward Eccles.
Now presenting the bachelor's degree candidates from the School of Business. Alexandra Claudia Adamczyk.
Joelle Marie Stablorek.
Melissa Gomes.
Allison Jacqueline Acorio Romero.
Robert Finley Hyde.
Kyle Stephen Puchalski.
David Torres.
Joseph William Roskowski.
Connor Jacob Noyes.
Justin Guy Casalino.
Nevin Thomas Doyle.
Humza Ahmed Mian.
Mateo Alezi.
Nason Lawrence Panudurai.
Victoria Ann Redzip.
Brian De Jesus Rodriguez.
Spencer Diakon.
Anna Josephine Kelly.
Fatu Donzo.
Nathan Christopher Stokes.
Damian Bierk.
Casey Michelle Neeson.
Videsh Outram.
Anthony Francesco Morocco.
John Levinus.
Javier Serrano.
Derek G. Hockey.
Michael R. Pinard.
Erica Marie Clem.
Russell E. Butai.
Francine Christina Williams.
Amy Sharika Yosef.
Jamar Ramon Levy.
Javon Elmore.
Kyle Anthony Noble.
Rania Abd El Fattah El Sheikh.
Kinga Cheslick.
Braden Thomas Wallace.
Nathan W. Coleman.
Tiffany Teresa Caraballo.
Johnny Webster Matos.
Usman Rashid Chowdhury.
Nicholas Keith Gendron.
Noah R. Geisler.
Ryan David King.
Kayla S. Harris.
Roy Rios.
Alberto Lopez.
Baldrin Leka.
Rehan Ahmed Siddiqui.
Jessica Dennison.
Laura Hannah Boutros.
Peyton Marie Collier.
Sydney Cohen.
Safira Yaha Jaraf.
Raheem Keanu Anderson.
Alexander James Kamansky.
Cameron Lewis.
Kai Lorenzo O'Neill Houghton.
Patrick Kleba.
Danielle Kevin Wilmore.
Anthony Alejandro Moreno del Angel.
And Nelson Perez.
Congratulations to our graduate and undergraduate students from the School of Business. Please join me in a round of applause. Before we come to the key moment of today's ceremony, we would like to acknowledge and thank Dr. Gil Gelati and Professor Darren Sweeney for reading each and every name of the graduates who walked across the stage. We would also like to thank the Central Vocal Ensemble, soloists, drummers in our drumline, brass ensemble, and our cellist, all performing under the direction of Dr. Galen Robinson and Professor James Minks. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the key moment of today's ceremony. All members of the Central Connecticut State University winter class of 2023, please rise for the conferral of your degrees. President Toro, I present to you the degree candidates of the 2023 winter class.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education, by law, and on the recommendation of the Central Connecticut State University faculty, it is my privilege to confer academic degrees on the candidates of the 2023 winter class. As these degrees are conferred, let it be understood that each candidate is also the recipient of all rights, responsibilities, and obligations appertaining to the degree. I hereby confer on each of you the degree under which your name appears in the printed program. At this time, in acknowledgement of your achievement, please move your torso from right to left where your heart is. Thus signifying this important milestone in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the Central Winter Class of 2023. Congratulations. As our newest alumni, you are connected to Central's past. You are connected to more than 100,000 Central graduates. Remember, we are central to you, central to your future, central to innovation, central to the state of Connecticut. You can start this next chapter by joining your Central family in Alumni Hall for a reception, celebrating your accomplishments immediately following the recessional. Congratulations to you all. And now go out and tell the world what our Central family is all about. I hereby declare the winter commencement exercises for 2023 adjourned. Thank you.
celebration.